Imagine waking up tomorrow and every person on Earth receives the same strange message. At exactly 12 p.m., pee into the ocean. Nobody knows who sent it. Nobody knows why.
But somehow, 8 billion people decide to do it. Beaches become crowded. Boats fill the sea. Helicopters fly overhead. News channels go live. And when the countdown reaches 0, the entire planet does something completely ridiculous. At the same time, into the same ocean. But what happened next wasn't funny at all. 12 p.m. The countdown hits 0. And suddenly, the biggest synchronized bathroom break in human history begins. From America to India to Japan to tiny islands in the Pacific. Billions of people contribute their tiny drop to the ocean. For a moment, nothing happens. The ocean looks exactly the same. People laugh, take selfies, post memes. Scientists roll their eyes. Of course nothing happened. After all, the ocean contains over 1.3 billion cubic kilometers of water. What difference could a few billion humans possibly make? But then, someone starts calculating. The average person produces about 300 milliliters of urine. Multiply that by 8 billion people, and suddenly, the number becomes enormous. About 2.4 billion liters. Sounds huge, right? Wrong. Compared to the ocean, it's almost nothing. In fact, if every human on Earth peed into the ocean at once, the ocean level would barely change, not even by a measurable amount. The sea wouldn't turn yellow, fish wouldn't notice, whales wouldn't care, and the planet would continue as if nothing happened. But that's when a scientist asks a much more interesting question. If not the ocean, what if everyone peed into the same lake? Now, things become different. Very different. Imagine a small lake, millions of liters suddenly added at once. Water chemistry changes. Salt levels shift. Bacteria populations explode. Some fish species struggle to survive. Entire ecosystems could be affected. And suddenly, the joke isn't so funny anymore. Then another scientist asks an even stranger question. What if humanity repeated it every day for a year in the exact same place? Now you're talking about billions upon billions of liters. Nutrients would build up. Algae blooms could spread. Oxygen levels could collapse. Aquatic life could suffer. One tiny action, repeated by billions, becomes something powerful. And that's when people realize something unexpected. This story was never really about pee. It's about scale. Because one person feels insignificant. One bottle thrown away. One tree cut down. One bad decision. One wasted opportunity. One vote. One action. They all seem too small to matter. But multiply them by billions. And suddenly, the world changes. The ocean doesn't care about one drop, but it cares about billions. Just like history. Just like society. Just like the future. Sometimes, the smallest actions become the biggest forces on Earth. So, if every human peed into the ocean at the same time, almost nothing would happen. But if every human changed one tiny habit, the entire planet could look different. And honestly, That's much more surprising. If all 8 billion people had to do one thing together tomorrow, what would you choose? Comment below and subscribe to What If World for more strange, curious, and mind-bending stories that make you see the world differently.